another episode of Get a Load of This. From Silver Creek Studios, I am Jared.
I am Ryan.
Joe is asleep.
And I'm just attending.
Oh, you don't have to do this last...
I'll drink it.
We're on video once again. It is a late night.
Yeah.
We have stretched this out into the late morning hours.
I can tell you right now, once this is done, I need to go home.
Yes. Joe has got a chicken bacon ranch sandwich waiting for him.
I don't think that chicken bacon ranch is getting
that's going to be breakfast.
Tonight. Oh, I do, because I haven't eaten since noon.
Right.
I had lunch today, and that's it.
There's going to be, they're not picking on you, brother, but there's going to be like a trail of bread and meat from the kitchen. Yeah. I don't know, wherever he decides to sleep. It could be the recliner, it could be his bedroom, but he's going to wake up and he's like, Jesus Christ, who fucking annihilated a sandwich in my living room?
What even sucks even worse is with the girls gone, I have to fucking take care of the dogs.
Oh, right.
Well, so, that takes care of your sandwich problem too, though, because you just let the dogs out.
But I got to let them outside. When I get home, they're going to have to go shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
well, speaking of shit, we
got
let them sleep some Fireball
tonight,
here.
You don't? Do they not go in their cages at night?
They go crates every night.
Okay. Oh, but you're gonna let them fucking.
I'm gonna let them sleep with me.
Right on. Well, you need someone to snuggle with.
Yeah, exactly. Chevy will snuggle with me.
I'm trying to segue here. Speaking of snuggling,
we
got some Fireball whiskey.
Gonna get warm and fuzzy with some fucking cinnamon whiskey.
It's cold. It's been on ice.
Joe, you don't have to do this, brother.
Cinnamon whiskey. Just let me sing if I need to.
We're going to swill this, and then we're going to get into it.
All right. I think I held mine too long. It was a little warm.
Yeah, mine got a little warm,
Doggy,
too.
That's good.
Oh. Cinnamon whiskey. Yeah, looking at you,
I'm pretty sure that these are not good for the environment, these little bitty plastic bottles.
They get stuck in fish gills or something?
I would imagine. Right? I mean, there's like a dolphin rolling around out there.
Has one of these stuck in its nose.
It's stuck in the blowhole.
Yeah,
they're fucking dolphins. Fuck them. You know what? You don't like it? Learn how to walk.
Well, you see that Simpsons episode.
I know.
When the dolphins take over, they come in and start fucking squeaking at everybody.
That whole myth about dolphins having brains bigger than humans and more developed.
They probably do have brains bigger than humans, but they only use...
If they did, they would talk. They can make all fucking range of noises. If they were smart enough, they'd be, maybe I'm crazy.
Well, they're not smart enough.
They only use like 8%. We use 10%.
Right.
We're way more advanced.
You know what? I'll tell you a great movie
marine biologist
about talking about brain usage is Lucy.
Oh, yeah. I've not seen it, but I know what it's about.
And one of her best movies, Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
And she is smoking hot.
Well, she's always smoking hot.
Right.
Yeah, great movie.
It's
great
a good premise.
It's a great movie. The whole thing. Morgan Freeman's in it.
Right.
Yeah. How excited we talked about you haven't seen a lot. You haven't seen a lot of the Marvel movies. We talked about on the last.
Well, I've seen enough to know what's going on.
I mean, this April 26th.
It's coming soon.
Oh, I'm going to that
Endgame.
She's already got her ticket.
This is the Endgame.
I'm going to see it.
Seriously. I mean, there's not been many movies. I mean, maybe Star Wars Episode 1 was, even though it didn't pan out to be what we expected it to be, but the build-up, the excitement.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. This is what I say to this. Since Disney took it over.
Right. Well,
I cannot
everything up.
I cannot think of any one character casted that I would want to see someone else.
Oh, really?
That you don't like.
That I don't absolutely love.
Man, I wish they'd get rid of that guy and have another
that
actor.
I don't absolutely love playing the character. Tony Stark. And I will. That's probably the end all be all.
He's the keystone of the entire franchise. He is the keystone
of the entire franchise.
Yeah. So Corey and I talked about this today.
And I will say Chris Evans. I will say Paul Rudd with Ant-Man. I will say Mark Ruffalo. I so want to see a Hulk movie with Mark Ruffalo.
They need to use him more, but he needs to be green more. He's not green enough.
No.
Well, in the last one, yeah, for sure.
Thor, Hawkeye, Black Widow, all these people that were cast in these roles.
I agree, they're all good, but none of them are Tony Stark.
None of them are
Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr., despite all of his history and all of his problems,
is the best Tony Stark.
He is. I mean, he's the best person that they could have cast in any role. He could have done a lot of things. I mean, he could have been. But just having him as a feature in these films.
And would you not want to be typecasted in that role?
Yeah. But he's one of the primary reasons why that franchise is successful.
What's great about it is
Iron Man. Iron Man is what started me on all of it.
Yeah.
Iron Man started.
Well, everybody. I mean, that was the MCU beginning. What's great is that
I've never seen.
And I'm no expert, but I have read, some of those comics and followed some of that. But the Iron Man character, Tony Stark, in the comics was, a wealthy, snobby,
Batman,
alcoholic, whatever. But he was this arrogant, kind of cocky guy.
Right.
But definitely when you're reading that and when you're seeing it portrayed on the comics, it could come across as douchey and kind of whatever.
But he plays it off.
But Robert Downey Jr. turned that same thing into
a lovable
the
person.
Best character you could have.
Cocky yet confident.
Right. Lovable is a good...
also, and so again, Corey and I were just talking about this today, that he's all the confidence, but there's a vulnerability to him.
Yeah.
That he's still, he knows he's not impenetrable. He knows that he's dying. If it's not for the technology embedded in his chest, he's fucking done.
Well, not until 3.
Well, but
not anymore. But yeah.
Right. But that's kind of what makes him endearing, is that he knows he's fucked up. He knows he's got a drinking problem. He knows he's a flawed individual.
You know what I like the best part of him when he calls out the Manchurian or whatever it is, and he says, "You know where I live."
Oh,
he says his address and everything.
Why am I forgetting that guy's name?
Oh, I didn't.
Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
Mandarin.
The Mandarin.
Yep.
Mandarin, obviously oranges, yeah.
The Manchurian candidate.
Right. And then he calls him out, and basically, I mean, God, I love that shit.
Yeah.
See, I love when people are just fuck you.
So yeah, there's very few characters in modern movies.
Or in Infinity War when he says, Earth is closed today. Get the fuck out of here, basically, is what he says to the one dude.
Movie?
The latest one, Infinity War. The dude in the street.
Oh, yeah.
Alien-looking motherfucker. He's like,
Earth
is
with
closed.
Doctor Strange.
Get out of here. Yeah, right.
So I think that Chris Pratt, Chris Hemsworth.
They're totally nerding out.
They're totally awesome.
Well, they're awesome, and they're underutilized. That I think Chris Pratt.
But they're not going to be.
I hope not. I hope that they make them
see,
more...
now that all... So, like, the whole Guardian of the Galaxy shit, that's where it's all going.
Well, I think so. I hope so. I don't know. We don't know. I mean, that's the idea.
We're going to find out April 27th.
We're going to see, because all those contracts are up with these motherfuckers, and we're not going to have any more Tony Stark.
The contract's past due with Chris Evans.
And again, Corey and I were talking about this. I was like, I think if Marvel, if Disney wanted to make
I'd want to do that shit forever.
They should go back and talk. What was Tony Stark's dad? Mr. Stark, his dad, who, I mean, that was, I guess that was S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, Howard Stark. So that was the beginnings of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Right.
And they should go back and do an origin movie on Howard Stark.
And I would watch that.
Yeah. I mean, go back before Captain America and talk about, there won't be a superhero in it.
Right.
There won't be.
It'll be like a government spy kind of movie or whatever.
And it's more of why do we need S.H.I.E.L.D.? Why do we need someone that's developing this cutting edge technology? Yeah. And, I think, and what did they know back then? Did they know about these aliens out there in the world? And
I do think Chris Hemsworth, who plays Thor, I believe he has expressed interest in continuing to be Thor in the MCU. Where Chris Evans, Captain America, and Tony Stark,
he's done. Yeah. They're both done.
Robert Downey, those guys are done.
Other than Ragnarok, well, the first Thor, I think.
I don't know. I think all them Thor
Ragnarok
movies
was
were
really
good.
But the second one, what was the Dark World or whatever?
I agree. Even the first one, I didn't love. Ragnarok is the one.
I've never seen them. I've never seen any of them.
Really,
Ragnarok's good.
And the Ragnarok,
you should watch that.
Yeah, because
you would like.
I was told that's
Hulk's in that a bunch.
Right. That's what.
You would love that.
Thor got funny.
My daughter told me, she goes, "That's probably your best chance at a Hulk movie.
It's right up your alley. You'd like it.
I think that Ruffalo has he come out and said he's done?
I don't know, but I can just based on what I've seen,
money.
I can see him being done. And now he's not making a lot of other movies. That's true.
Right.
He's not doing other shit.
But Mark Ruffalo is an unbelievable actor.
I agree. He's good.
He has been in some great movies. Mark Ruffalo is a great actor.
But I do get the vibe, especially in Infinity War, the latest movie, that he's kind of going through the motions a little bit. He's kind of like, I'm done with this character. Right. Let's move on. He's gonna.
How can you be done with these characters?
I'm just saying what I think.
That's why I don't say. How can you be done with Tony Stark?
I hate Bruce Banner. I don't. If he's in a movie,
I love him.
I love the Hulk. Fuck Bruce Banner.
I like Bruce Banner.
Bill Bixby. That's where I'm always at with that. Bill Bixby was a fucking unbelievable actor.
I mean, Ruffalo kind of aggravates me. I'm like, dude, go fix this.
Yeah.
Go fucking take care of this shit.
Oh, well, they were talking today that Ant-Man could have ended all of it.
You see all the theories about
Ant-Man could have crawled up and Thanos' asshole and then expand and then blow him up.
Whatever works.
Yeah, whatever gets the ratings.
And you know what Paul Rudd said to that? Well, we have to worry about our rating.
Right.
Yeah. We can't have an exploding asshole.
So the money that's been made from these movies, it's insane, and
multiple billions.
Yeah, and the money that's been spent, the budget for all the movies all told. I'm not even going to look up the numbers.
But it's easy.
Go Wikipedia this shit and look up Wikipedia Marvel Cinematic Universe and just go down to the financing section.
Yeah,
and you look at the
23 movies, right?
You look at the U.S.
24 with
the U.S. and Canadian gross. It's great for every movie. Other than the U.S. and Canada, almost always double. So wherever China,
they love this shit.
Yeah, they're eating it up, and then almost universally on every movie, the profit margin is 50%. I mean, so if they spend $500 million, they're making $1 billion. That's not good math.
They're not spending that much.
No, they're not.
They're spending $200 million.
Even paying all like Black Panther. I mean, Black Panther.
Here, I'm going to look it up. I'm talking shit
they paid those actors. They overpaid almost all those actors.
But that's the thing is like,
and they just made a
$1 billion,
$1 billion off Black Panther.
Yeah, it's insane when you figure, Disney, who is the parent company of all that, they bought Marvel back in the day for next to nothing.
They bought it in bought 06.
Yeah, and they bought
after the
LucasArts. They bought Star Wars for a lot. That was a big deal, but they've made it back already off of the movies alone, much less merchandise and shit.
Well,
when you figure how much Disney is making from all this,
they bought LucasArts before they started making any prequel.
Right. So Disney has owned them since
1, 2, and 3.
Episode 1, I believe.
Yeah, it is.
So they've profited from all those prequels and sequels and everything.
And then they got,
I think,
Okay, so all totaled,
let's hear it.
The budget, and it's estimated because there's not hard numbers on these things.
I'm so drunk.
The budget for all of the Marvel movies
hammered.
I hear you.
Is $3.9 billion to $4.2 billion.
The budget?
That's the budget for the production of the movies.
So let's say $4 billion.
Okay.
Let's round up.
So their total gross.
Okay.
Let me start with the U.S. and Canada gross.
U.S., Canada.
Is $7.2 billion.
Christ.
So they're almost 50. They're almost 500. They're almost 100%.
So let's call it $4 billion they've spent.
Doubled their budget.
And they're $8 million.
U.S. and Canada,
yeah,
right?
That's $8 million. That's outside not $1 from China.
Outside of U.S. and Canada, they've made an additional $11.2 billion.
Right.
Their total gross, worldwide gross for all of the Marvel movies is $18.5 billion. And
they've got $4 million.
$4 billion into it. Billion.
And that's not even counting.
They are
Mozambique.
They are 4.5. Right, they're 4.5 times grossing what they got.
So
and we're not talking millions.
So making these movies is probably a good idea.
So even if they make a shitter, which there's some shitters.
What shitter? What's a shitter?
Well, a shitter for them is still a profitable
Ant-Man
movie.
and the Wasp.
But Ant-Man and the Wasp is one of the lowest. So here, let me find it.
But still made like probably $400 million.
I didn't see that movie.
So Ant-Man
Sure, it's awesome.
was 162
Ant-Man is a shit.
million dollar budget.
Okay. That's
in
a
the
lot.
in the U.S., it made $216 million.
Just in the U.S.
So it
So
was
they made their
profitable.
budget
So
back
it's a
just
winner
in the
just
US.
here.
They made $400 million outside of the U.S. and Canada. $622 million was the total gross.
That's because
So-
they had Michael Douglas.
Yeah. So
And let's not kid ourselves, Evangeline Lilly.
yeah,
Not in the first one.
She's the selling.
Was she in the
She
first
was in
one?
the first one. She was in the second one.
Oh yeah, she
More,
was the
but-
one that became.
The Wasp.
Yeah.
yeah. So another thing was that on the same page, which it's a great Wikipedia
I'm so
page.
fucked up.
That
I'm fucked up. Are we recording it? Is
Yes.
this on?
We are recording. So Joe
if
is fucked up. We are all trying to stare into the camera right
I'm not
now.
looking at my fucking phone.
Yeah, it is.
But if you if you go to the same Wikipedia, they give you the Rotten Tomato scores and you can rank them. You could
Are
sort
you
them.
still talking about Marvel movies?
Yes, I am. So, what do you think the
Just
lowest,
trying to focus.
as far as Rotten Tomatoes
Oh,
goes, or Metacritic? What do you think the lowest?
No, sleep.
Uh,
I'm gonna take a nap.
The
the
lowest
lowest
what, movie?
ranked Marvel movie.
Let's see. Thor: The Dark World.
This is probably the worst. This is probably the worst episode we've ever had
So-
because I've officially given up.
It's
Somehow
actually, I
we
think,
started to talk about
it is
Marvel
Thor: The
movies.
Dark World, but
Woohoo!
only by 1%. The Incredible Hulk is the second. from the
This
worst.
feels so good on my eyeball.
What do you think the best?
That barely
the best,
counts.
based on Rotten Tomato scores. What do you think the best?
So fucked up, dude.
I'm gonna
What are we
say
doing? What are we doing?
Infinity War.
Black Panther.
Oh,
Set it down.
all right.
Yeah.
Stop talking.
All right.
All right, what else you want to talk
When
about?
we started this episode, this is what we were gonna talk about, and
We
we
had a
are
plan?
about 20 minutes in. A buddy of mine at work tonight, this
Hey, he's
very
throwing
night,
fucking axes.
he went axe throwing.
I hope he's still alive.
Axe throw. I hope he has all his fingers and toes.
Wait, is this
Axe
is this got the
throwing.
mustache?
No.
Oh, damn it.
Oh,
I like that. I like that
head,
guy.
shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes.
Some of us have met this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Some of us decided to bail on my birthday party.
Oh, yeah.
Decided to be a good
This is
dad
Rick.
and take his kid to a baseball tournament.
Rick.
I like Rick.
Rick, a faithful listener, went
That guy.
axe throwing tonight.
Rick.
So,
Hold on.
have you guys ever heard of that or done
Yes.
that?
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Now, I believe you said
My mother.
your mother.
My mother's an axe throwing champion.
She is a aficionado.
I've heard of it.
Oh,
I don't know if I'm a champion.
We're praising Rick. Rick is the genesis
We love Rick.
of. I think I do. I've never met him, but
Oh, Rick's all right,
But
and he has a very
He's
pretty,
good people.
is
He
the
has a very pretty
genesis
wife.
of the
She's beautiful.
backwards belt theory.
He did
Also, the genesis
Give
of I
me
think
a
the time zone
complex on my
controversy.
and the time
Hey.
zone.
Is he?
Rick is also the one that pulled his kids out of school because he didn't like
Right.
their yogurt.
Rick might be an asshole.
Hold on. What? Did I miss this?
Because of what? Yogurt? What did you say?
Rick pulled his
He
kids
did.
out of school because he didn't
Right.
like their yogurt.
No, it didn't have anything to do with yogurt, but Rick did, in fact, to a point, move his entire family from their home
Move their children.
to a new home because of the school they were in
Really?
at the age of kindergarten.
Wow.
After like 2 weeks,
Is he happy now?
he seems to be happy.
We're going to talk about this. I don't want to disparage any school district on our podcast.
We are talking about Rick behind his back, so to speak.
Well, does he listen?
he listens.
All right.
so
well, then it's not behind his back.
it's
It's
to
right
his
fucking in
face.
front of him.
Thanks for listening, Rick.
Yeah.
Rick,
I got a
Okay.
problem with you, Rick,
I'm
though,
fucked
when it
up.
comes to
I'm
the.
fucked up,
You know,
Rick.
just stop putting ideas in his head.
Oh, whatever. We're talking about axe throwing.
His belt's fine.
Have any of our
Time
listeners?
zones are fine.
No. Fuck all that. Have any of our listeners gone axe throwing? This is like a new. It's like a
Rick,
fad.
I'm so fucked up.
We're taking
This-
calls.
This is down. We're talking downtown St. Louis,
Yeah.
in the middle of
No,
the
it
city.
ain't. I
yes.
thought that shit was in
No,
Fenton.
this
There's
is there might be one in
there's
Fenton, but the
multiple
top
joints.
place I'm talking about is downtown St. Louis, across the street from the Arch. There's an axe throwing venue.
Well, you act like it's like a child porn studio. It's
Yeah.
it's not that big a deal.
Okay, when I say axe throwing, do you not picture cornfields and fucking barns?
No,
Yes,
I picture
you do.
30
I picture
feet.
hipsters
yeah.
and
Right.
PBR.
Nobody pictures downtown St. Louis.
I'm gonna throw a fucking axe, you fucks.
Actually, I think there's.
Now, are you interested? Would you go axe throwing?
Absolutely, I would too. Absolutely, I would.
Not now.
I want to throw machetes. I want to do machete throwing.
Joe is so fucked up.
No, we don't want Joe throwing anything sharp.
I want to go
other than verbal barbs.
Broadsword throwing.
I'm just gonna sit here. I honestly, I might lay down for a minute.
Joe, if you want to tune out,
it
is all good.
This is
just lay down on the floor over there. We're on video, so people will see it.
I'll say this.
Fine.
I'll say this in defense of my homie Joe here. He was really trying to bring it because we knew we were doing video.
Trying to bring it.
No, he did bring it.
I'll fucking stay up for this now.
He also hasn't eaten since noon. So
and
he needs more sustenance.
Yeah. And we try, and he just says, "Nope, I got a chicken bacon ranch waiting for me at home
at the house. I just need to be taken to it." All I need is to be
any minute now, Joe.
Yeah, any minute now. Taken to it.
This is what we were going to talk about.
I had to tuck your ass in.
The other recreational.
Swear to God, if I got to drag your ass out of the car.
No, yeah.
Well, oh my God.
But I'm just gonna lay my eye on this.
What? We're half an hour in.
Good.
What are some other recreational activities that are kind of fads these days?
Masturbation.
Those masturbation. Those like bathhouses. They call them bathhouses. Right. I think is what you're trying to go for.
And you guys have done the bathhouse thing?
I've done a couple. I've done a couple. You know what's worse? You know the worst thing about being in a bathhouse.
Where'd he come from?
The worst thing about being in a bathhouse.
He was taking a nap.
Especially being like new in a bathhouse.
The new guy.
You have to attend to all the older guys.
Right. There's a hierarchy
in the said bathhouse. So like you go in, you're like, oh great, I'm in this sauna, and then there's like
you don't get to just start barking orders.
No. So you're in there, and they're like, hey, make it hotter in here, and you're like, pour the water over the coals, and you're like, cool. And there's like 9 guys in there, and they're like, oh hey,
make it hotter in here.
I want to ejaculate.
Wow.
And they don't even say it that way. They say it a lot worse than that.
We can't say that on YouTube.
And I'm like, I can make it hotter in here. Wow.
It got hotter in here when I walked in.
Other recreational activities might be.
Wow. So then, like, you guys are going to want to talk about escape rooms, which is exactly what a Turkish bathhouse is. Is an escape room. Because
you have to escape from a Turkish bathhouse.
You want to sprint away from them because basically what you're going to have to do is jerk off the other 9 guys.
That's how you escape.
In said bathhouse.
In the right order, though.
Right.
And you only got 2 hands. I mean, you want to try to get everyone off at the same time. It's like, all right, everybody, please get close to the coals. It's like maybe your balls will get warm. Right. I don't know. I don't know.
Unless it's Foot Fetish Friday, and then you can,
now he's doing it.
Right. You can use your feet, and then you got your odds go up.
Well, I don't know. I've never jerked a person off with my feet. Now, I have been a Turkish bathhouse, and I have jerked a few men off in my day.
Wow.
No, I have not ever.
There's only a few.
There's only one penis that I've ever touched in my life, and it's probably...
It was Rob Lowe's.
It was Rob Lowe's. It was Lil Wayne's.
That's a good one to pick, though. I mean, Lil Wayne or Rob Lowe, either way.
Oh, yeah, there's money behind it, that's for sure.
And you're in good shape,
Have you guys seen...
Actually, you know what?
Seen Rob Lowe's penis?
No, but Super Troopers, whatever sequel.
I get upset because
Rob Lowe's in that.
I really wish I could have jerked off...
Rob Lowe.
Not Rob Lowe. The one that pisses on kids. R. Kelly.
Yeah. You wish you could have jerked off R. Kelly.
Well, that would have been cool.
And let's face it, that would have saved a kid.
Wow.
Maybe.
I mean,
a lot of piss on my face, though.
Ryan's like, I have coworkers that are going to listen to this.
Yeah. This is what I'm concerned about.
This is what happens on a Friday night.
But I'm not saying it.
Ryan's never allowed R. Kelly to piss on his face.
No.
It was me.
When we podcast on Tuesdays, this doesn't happen.
No. It was me.
Generally, it doesn't.
I allowed R. Kelly to piss on my face.
So other recreational activities that...
The racquetball.
Yeah, wrecking ball's fun as hell, man.
So there are several people that I work with and know
So
who do rock climbing.
So we rock climbing,
but like the fake, the rubber, like
there's rock climbing,
fake rock,
and
climbing.
there's escape rooms, and then there's R. Kelly pissing on your face.
Yeah, well, that's a whole different level of team building activity.
Do you know anybody?
I just want to know what we can book.
Top Golf. Let's go with Top Golf.
I'm pretty sure R. Kelly's free.
Yeah, he's got time.
Do you guys know anybody
Jesse
that
Small's
does
going to drive here, though.
with a MAGA hat on?
Beat the shit out of him on the way
Fucking Jesse Smollett. He'll never work again. He'll never work again.
I don't know. Where are we going with this?
You
Jared?
wonder why it took 10 months to get a fucking video going. Because we're talking about anyway.
I thought it was because we got you too drunk every fucking...
Well, that
I
part
want to
of it.
rest my eye on this.
Joe is going to rest on his microphone. Do you
rest
guys
my
ever...
eye.
Have you done a mud run, or do you know anybody that's done a mud run? Do you know what a mud run is?
Yeah,
Yes,
I know
I
it
do.
is.
A good friend of mine, a good friend of mine, a college buddy. He was
there a vacuum involved?
he was a
in that?
fat drunk like me, and in college and after college, and then he hit 40 like I did,
Like we all do.
and at 40 he decided that he was going to learn martial arts, become a marathoner.
Oh wow,
running
Kramer,
mud
we're
runs.
all at the same skill level.
Oh my god! I mean, this guy has gone nuts, and I'm buddies with him on Instagram. And and he also moved out of state. He lives in Colorado now, and he's like the biggest outdoorsman. And I'm like, this fat fuck, you know, like making me feel like shit.
Sure.
But that's great. It's good to have, because he makes me think like, damn it, if he can do it, I can do it. You know?
Yeah.
Now I'm not doing anything, but I intend to get in better shape. I don't think I consider myself a mud
Don't we
runner.
all?
I don't
Right.
I don't think that sounds enjoyable at all.
What about a color run?
No, that doesn't sound good. either.
No, they don't. I've done a color run.
But
Anything with the term run in
but
it
I
sounds
do-
pretty shitty to me.
I do want to. I think I know it's been several years, but whenever I was in better shape, you just feel so much better. And I
Yeah.
know I got to get to that point, and I got to get over a hump and get
The
myself motivated.
first step
and-
is to stop drinking hams. I gotta,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
my first.
I would definitely say that.
Right. If I can just start with that, then maybe
Hams.
walking first, and
Hams.
then jogging,
You fucking kidding me?
and then like a mud run at some point.
Yeah.
But I got to start with hams.
The only
Quit
mud run
drinking
you're going to
hams.
have drinking hams is your asshole. That's a fucking mud run. That's a 5K mud run straight to the shit house.
5K.
You're going to have a seat and you're going to have a mud run.
yeah. Well, he's not wrong.
That's so just I wish this light. I wish this would hold me up more.
Yeah.
Joe is resting his eye socket on his microphone.
So, what else we got? Oh, you. The question that Jared asked was, whenever we were
yeah,
Utes, what?
off the air, I asked this question.
What? Yeah, he did. What was?
What did we do,
what did we do?
for recreation?
And I'm thinking,
like a mud run or a
like I remember the
axe
first
throwing.
time I went
Soapbox derby.
paintballing.
Oh yeah,
And- but
right.
it-
Soapbox derby.
And
that too.
it's kind
we'll
of
we'll get to that.
That's. I mean, I wish there was more of that kind of shit.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Pinewood Derby still is around. But
Yeah.
soapbox not. But the paintball
Fight
was
Club.
originally Bum Fight Club. Paintball
Yeah.
was originally like.
Now that would be more
outliers.
like high school age, right? Probably.
I was doing that shit
junior
in
high?
junior high in the mid '80s.
It's because you're older than me.
Well, right, but they
Significantly older
Not
than me.
significantly. Take it easy.
But the,
fucking hard on.
well,
I'm fucking.
That was a big craze. A lot
Wow.
of people started
Yeah.
playing paintball.
and I remember
can't
doing
even-
it, and
I don't even
and
see
well,
things
you either
now.
had to bring your own gun or
And
you
it
got
hurt
some
like a motherfucker.
piece of shit gun, and you were
Stingray.
woefully underserved.
$99 Stingray. Yep.
And I didn't think it would last. But now you look, every city's got 20 paintball ranges and and then laser tag and things like that.
Airsoft was another kind of paintball type thing.
Yeah.
I
I don't know.
What
I mean,
did we say?
Look, recreational activities when we were kids, we didn't need our parents to take
We
us
didn't need
someplace.
it.
We would just find shit to do.
Indian ball.
right.
We made a game out of whipping each other with a willow branch. I'm not joking. This is
Let's
a
go
real
Joe
fucking...
ball.
This is a real thing.
I used to love ass kicking games. Those were fun.
Yeah, we kicked the can, and
Right.
we found shit to do. We didn't
We
need
used to play a game called Beat the Twin. It was these kids down the street. I mean, it was.
If you knew anybody that was a twin, you kick their ass.
It was fun.
And then
it's like beat the twin. You just beat the one, and then you like if you got double points if you hit the other one in the fucking face.
Yeah.
They were motherfuckers. They were motherfuckers. They're doing all right for themselves now, but you know what? Fuck them then.
I feel like we might need a disclaimer.
Right. The views expressed on this podcast are only Joe's.
I'm pretty sure that no twins were harmed in the filming of this production.
Yeah. Well, not this production, but our production. I beat the fuck out of some twins back in the 80s. I beat the living fuck out of them.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I remember grabbing one of them by their hair and punching them in the face and just punching them. And just
here's a fair,
like,
fair
God
question.
bless America.
There's more twins today.
Is it like autism?
No,
it's fertility
do we just
drugs.
think there's more? Okay.
No, it's I think it's. I mean, I don't know what the stats are on it. Was someone
Twins suck.
No, I think it's cool as hell if you got a twin.
No, it's not.
No, well, I'm bored. None of us
If
are.
I was a twin, I'd be so mad. I'd want to kill the other one. I'd want to kill my twin.
He's the guy that ate his twin.
I know some good twins.
I'm the
good people.
but I was 5 when I did it.
Right.
Usually it happens in the womb.
Yeah, I would have ate my twin. I would have ate my twin like at kindergarten at recess.
Joe, where'd Jeremy go? Pissed me off. I ate him.
I ate the fucking kid. What do you mean? What do you mean he had socks on? I know. I ate those too.
Flossing with those.
I just the worst thing about a twin is they don't get to have their own personality. They don't get to have their own.
So, am I the only one that thinks fraternal twins are not really twins? Like,
no, I think they're twins. I think it's still a connection.
You're only twins if you're identical. Twins.
I think,
and you better look fucking identical. Like, if you can tell the difference between the
like
two,
Milli Vanilli.
then you're not twins.
Well, I don't even have Milli Vanilli, but we had some freaky twins down the street from me, and they were called the twins. It was we're gonna hang out with the twins.
If you can't tell them apart, you're twins.
Yeah, you could tell them.
If these two are quote identical twins,
so I'll tell you that.
But you could tell. Fuck you guys. You're not.
My
twins.
high school class. I don't think there was any twins in my grade, but like 2 years behind me.
Yeah,
there was not a bunch, but there was like 1, 2 years behind me, and then there was like 2 sets. I think there was actually triplets, like 2 years behind me, or 3 years behind me.
Yeah,
and
that's not cool.
But here's the thing, that
one
was 2 dudes, and they were fine, whatever.
They weren't.
But there was 2 sets of female twins, and I had this theory in my head. That
sideways vaginas,
twin girls, they're always cute,
huh?
But I'm pretty sure that's not true.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, hey, you ever seen Shining?
Right. That's not true.
No. Yeah, those fucking bitches
are terrifying.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
So, brother,
but my examples of growing up in high school and seeing twins are like, hey, if twins are girls, there's generally 2 cute girls.
I honestly think that your rendition of that is wrong. So,
brother and sister twins, not really twins, right? Come on.
No, I think
they're
still a bond.
We had that down the street.
You barely look the same. You're obviously not the same gender.
Same as Sydney.
And they're
you're not twins.
They're thick. No, I think that thick as thieves. I mean, they're just real. I mean, there's a bond.
I don't know if they're thick as thieves. I don't.
No, I think that there's.
They could be as close as they want to be.
If I was part of that, I would want
to
be.
No, I think that if you have, you need to go watch. What's that fucking TV show? With Milo Ventimiglia with.
Wow, I don't know what you're talking about.
Tearjerker movie or TV show. God damn it,
Milo Ventimiglia.
You don't know who that is?
No.
The
fuck
he only played Rocky's son in like 3 fucking movies. How do you not?
Milo.
He played in Heroes.
Why should we care?
Yeah, that show. Yeah.
Why should we care about Rocky's son?
The fact that I know that This Is Us is pathetic.
So This Is Us.
Yeah.
There
might as well be a fucking twin. You fucking.
I just lost a lot of self-esteem.
No, it's a good show. And
no, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No.
And well, that's your opinion.
Joe's leaning on his mic.
It's
again.
a good show, and
my wife watches.
It's a good show if you have hair on your vagina still.
And
if you have hair on your vagina, it's a great show.
I think there's a lot of truth to they are actually triplets, but one of them passed at birth.
One of them.
The two that
one
survived,
ate the other.
They're a brother and sister.
Okay,
couldn't be more different.
One ate.
But
because they casted it.
They are
way.
tight. I mean, as far as just keying off each other, and as I think again, I'm not a twin. But I have no idea. But growing up,
thank you, writer,
developing from zero.
Yeah.
To birth, and then growing up in the same crib or next to each other for the first 6 years of your life, and then just always being there. I think there's a bond that's made between these kids. Look, I have a sister that's 3 years older than me. We're furthest thing from twins. She's 5'1". We are.
She has tan and a better ass than you.
Wow. All right. There you go.
I like Becca. She's all right.
Yeah, she's good.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
But but people would look at us and be like, "No way, they're fucking related." Her and I we're simpatico. I mean, not like we're feeling each other's feelings and shit like that. You know, not like if
no one's in a
sentence. There's not a disturbance in the force, and I'm like, "Oh shit, she just had a hard poop."
Wow,
none of that's happening. But
it's like you're fashioning something at Stonehenge in the others.
No, but I know how she feels, and we, you know, we just understand each other better, and it's because we grew up very close together. I mean, we relied on each other a lot.
Yep. This is an episode, isn't it?
Yes, it is. But I mean, you have an older sister. I mean, you and your sister are tight, right?
Well, we're tight, but I don't know if I would be simpatico with her.
But she also had
Do you
two
know
other
how
brothers
hard her shits are?
I don't know how hard Beck's are.
I don't.
But no, but I mean, I'm just saying that
right.
Imagine how tight you are with who's the closest to you, Matt.
In
age.
You know,
I mean, who's the closest to you?
In
Matt.
age.
Okay, so I mean, you guys, you have experienced a lot. I know now is different. You guys are adults now, but growing up, you were tight and you kind of understood each other because you were so close in age.
Well, but that would be all of us. So we had me and my brothers had a much different than my sister. My sister was our cop.
Right. Well, she was the mom, right?
Yeah. She was the cop. Matt wasn't cool like me and Andy. Andy and I, we were close.
Yeah.
All through growing up and then up until.
But I'm not. Yeah. So, but you
adulthood.
Understand him, right? So I'm getting back to the point about twins is that
I don't think it doesn't correlate. My situation, it doesn't.
Right. Well, I think it does, and it
doesn't.
I think that Joe, it does.
I think that you and Andy,
you just need to make it fit.
No, I think that you and Andy are a lot alike.
And we are a lot alike.
And you guys, I know you far better than Andy, but I know him pretty well too. And I think that he and you key off each other, and that is what I think. I don't know. I'm not a twin, but I think that's what twins are. Is that they just get each other, and so for siblings that are a year apart or 2 years apart, those Irish twins, if you will, they get each other. But then whenever you've shared a womb, you've shared a crib, you wore similar clothes at Easter every year. You grow up with all these same experiences. And when you're 3, you witness the same shit together. When you're 7, you witness the same shit together. That it creates this bond that is different than a non-twin.
When I was in Boy Scouts, me and another guy, we had to share a sleeping bag.
Jesus,
like 4 years in a row, and we got close. I mean, we got. I don't know. Maybe it's the same. It's close. This is almost the same.
It's identical. Yeah. All right.
Well, that's
where are we at?
Might be time. We're at Joe's falling asleep time.
I started falling asleep when we got here,
he's
man.
A second win, but we can wrap this up.
That's all right.
What do we want to?
I don't even know what we were talking about.
So
twins and
I don't know. Where do we start with this fucking?
We started talking about
axe throwing.
Which,
how do we get our fucking twins?
It kind of sounds fucking cool to me. Like throwing an axe.
Yeah, they teach you how to
It's
really
like
throw
darts,
it too.
except you can lose a finger
But you
or a
won't.
foot.
It's no less safe than darts. As long as there's not a fucking idiot standing in
It's
front
a
of
lot
the fuck.
less safe than
No, it's
darts.
not.
Dude, okay.
If you're
here's
an idiot,
the thing.
if you're
I'm
a
gonna
fucking
say,
moron,
If you're a
you
moron,
stand on that
if you're a
wall
moron.
and
who the fuck is standing on that wall
No,
while you're
fuck
throwing
you.
a fucking axe?
You stand on that wall. Joe has a dart. I have an axe. You decide which one throws at
In
you.
either of those activities, nobody should be standing on that wall.
Okay,
Right.
but don't
I
tell me
agree.
which one's less safe.
Well,
The
again,
axe
as
throwing
long
is
as
a
you're
less
dealing
safe
with someone
activity.
with a functioning brain cell, they're both equally safe.
I'm gonna go.
Stop.
I'm going with Ryan on this
Stop.
because what you
I don't know who you're
actually-
hanging
you
out
put-
with, but they're fucking morons.
Hey,
They're standing on that
come
wall while you got
on.
an axe in your
Don't
hand.
talk
I
about
don't-
axe throwing being
I don't
less safe
think
than
you
dart
realize
throwing.
that they're not throwing at humans at this.
I get that.
Said
I'm
party.
just saying, if there's an errant
So-
dart
So
or
you
an
could
errant
throw
axe,
napalm
one
or
of those
whatever
two
you want
things
to
is worse than the other.
at the symbol. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay, let me tell you. Let's delve into this just a little bit. I know
Just
we're
a
gonna
hair.
wrap this up.
I'll bite. I'll
So,
bite.
our friend, my buddy, is going axe throwing
Rick.
with his wife,
Okay.
That's cool.
and there's beer allowed at the facility.
Right.
Seems completely reasonable.
So, what would make you most nervous about that situation?
Paying.
The bill. No, as long as my wife knows that, hey,
Right.
don't step in front of the axe,
Right.
fine.
I
Let's
think
get
they
shit-faced and
probably.
throw
I
fucking
don't
sharp
think
objects at a wall.
They teach you how to throw the axe too.
Yeah.
I've
I
heard
think
about
it would
this.
be my wife drinking beer and then throwing an axe.
No.
would make me most
No,
nervous.
it's gonna.
Look,
It's
if
might
she's
as well be
gonna
a rock.
turn around, I mean, I don't know what. I mean, what if you pissed her
Well,
off? recently?
then there's no different than taking your wife to a shooting range
Exactly. I wouldn't do that either.
because she's
See, I
just
have
turn
done
around
that.
and fucking empty clip
I
and you
have
and
done
laugh.
that. I mean, my wife and I,
She probably would.
my wife and I have gone to the shooting range, and she does not like firearms.
Right.
Liked them after that.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, look, people are sane, by and large.
No.
Have you
By and
met
large,
people?
By and large, people are sane.
Nope.
There
By
are
and
outliers
large,
that
people
are
are
fucking
assholes
crazy.
and
No.
dumbasses.
The general,
Well, hopefully it's not your wife.
the
Well,
general
no.
public is retarded.
Yes, I'm with Joe on this one.
The general, I'll say this now. By and large, I'll get that. You know, we're not all trying to kill each other, but by and large,
But we're not all trying
I've drove
not
to
to
work
either.
enough to know
Yeah.
that
there's a lot of dummies.
there is enough stupid people out there.
By
to
and
know.
large, people are
And this
retarded.
is how stupid people are.
And
this is how
assholes.
stupid people are. There's a wreck on the other side,
Mhm.
and there's a traffic jam
Yeah.
on my side.
Hey, I slowed down to look at a fucking half-dead deer on the highway this morning.
Right.
Yes, in
God.
Colombia.
Yeah.
I didn't do it on purpose.
Did you see the same deer?
I seen the deer.
Yeah. Well, you slowed down too.
Only because I had to. Because there
Yeah.
were two cops
Did
you
and
look-
everyone got
Did
over.
you look at the deer?
Because I needed to see what
How
was
do you
happening.
think they took care of that deer?
They
Look.
picked it up. Oh, I know exactly how they did. I used to work with the guy. They
I thought
called.
that-
They called the
Animal control.
and they came with two shovels and picked it up and threw it in there.
But
and,
it was
And
alive.
one of them. No, what?
Yes, it
Not
was.
when I
Alive?
seen it.
Well, that means someone
What
popped a
the
cap in his
fuck?
fucking
Well,
dome.
the cops were there
What
at that
Tommy
time.
Boy movie are you watching?
So I'm telling you, this is what I saw this morning. Because I'm dropping the boy off at Early Birds now, so I leave before you, which is a rarity, very rare that it
Why
happens.
doesn't your son have a friend who will take
Yeah,
him
well,
to work or
yeah.
to school?
You get a lot of
Used
detentions.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so I'm driving up northbound Route 3, and I'm in the fast lane. All of a sudden, lights go on, cop car in the fast lane. Everybody slams on the fucking brakes. Everybody shifts to the right side. So we all get in the right lane. Cop car fucking up traffic. As we get closer, I realize on the southbound side of Route 3, there's a cop on the shoulder stopped with his lights on.
Deer.
And I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? So the cop in the fast lane, he pulls over the shoulder and everybody opens up. And you expect traffic to just keep on moving, right? Nope. I get up close to it, and
Well, everybody's scared of
front-
the fucking law.
in front of the southbound cop car is a deer who's alive but clearly injured. Someone hit it and it survived. And so this deer, it's a doe, no antlers.
A doe, a deer, a female
right.
deer.
And its heads up.
I'll tell you this, it didn't survive.
Yeah.
What he's seen is not what I seen.
10 minutes later,
it didn't survive.
It did not survive. So, but I drive past this fucking thing. If these cops are getting out of the car.
What hope and glimpse he's seen, I watched
these cops.
Dismemberment.
These cops are getting out of the car, and they're both kind of uneasy about it. Like, they don't know if this fucking deer is going to pop up and come at them.
One of them has a compound bow in his arms.
So I'm like, so I drive past it. I'm like, one of these poor bastards is gonna fucking pull out his revolver, put one in this fucking deer's head.
Looks like the
Glock. The humane thing to do.
Yeah, the Glock's gonna empty.
If you've got traffic going in both directions of both sides,
you can't pull a sidearm out.
Why can't I be there?
Tupac and a fucking deer on Route 3.
Why can't I have been at that point? Man, if I gotta sit in this, let me be at the point where I get to watch him straight. Biggie Smalls, this motherfucking
It apparently happened because 10 minutes later, you're behind me, deer's dead.
Oh, deer wasn't moving.
Right. So what happened?
Deer turned into venison at that point.
That deer was alert. His head was up. Her head was up.
Felt
like
good.
Like, hey,
I'll run this off. I'll just jog it off.
It's like, hey guys, just help me up. I think I pulled a hammy.
Yeah.
I'll be okay. I'll be okay.
No, I think we had to just straight Beckham you. I think you're just gonna get straight fucking Sig Sawyered.
Cop's like, I don't speak deer. What's she saying?
Yeah.
I think she's saying put me out of my misery. Okay, put a bullet in her head. And that's how it ended for that poor deer.
Straight crip walk that fucking deer. Yeah, when I was there, it was a carcass.
Wow,
that was fucking 6 deer steaks.
Wow. What time do you think you passed that? Like
I don't know,
10 after 7.
About that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So you're about 10 minutes.
Where was this again?
It was just south of the 158, or maybe it's further south than that.
Just south of that, but yeah, it's like coming to Columbia.
Or whatever at Belleville.
Yeah, 158.
Oh,
yeah, 158.
When was this?
This morning.
I didn't see it.
What time you leave?
I don't know. Probably later than you guys.
Yeah,
I was rolling through there about 8 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
8 o'clock.
Today, normally it's earlier than that. It's
Friday. Normally
it's Friday. Come on.
Yeah.
It's Friday. Yeah.
God,
you know what happens?
Friday.
Friday is the worst day for me.
Yeah.
Friday is hurry up because everyone wants their goddamn car.
But when it's over, it's a great day.
Well, I get fucking shit wasted.
When
it's
and
over,
I chase the snakes off
you got
my
a podcast to look forward to.
That's right.
Yeah.
Fucking
I
Fireball.
would have got this drunk at home by myself.
And you brought
glad you
the
came
Schneider Sports Bar cup with
McFadden's.
you too. Yeah, whatever. McFadden Sports Bar.
I did.
That means it's a celebration.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. That means this one was clean.
Yeah. Well, look. I think we're out of fuel.
Yeah, we want to hear from any of our listeners who've gone axe throwing.
I'm so fucking drunk. How about that? I want to hear from anybody that's so fucking wasted.
It's Friday night.
Like,
Tell us how wasted you got.
I'm gonna call my mother over here and have her throw an axe at you because she's experienced.
No, not at. See, that's the. I don't think you guys
that's
realize.
How he thinks it works.
Oh, it doesn't. It
you can dodge
doesn't
an
work.
axe.
You don't throw it.
You can dodge your
You're
ball.
throwing it like a barrel of hay or something. It's not. It's fucking away from all the people.
But Jared thinks it's unsafe.
It is unsafe.
What's not?
How is it unsafe, Jared? You killing me?
Come on now.
I mean, you basically you are wielding a primal tool,
right?
Yeah.
But you're not throwing it at anyone.
And as long as all the people that are with you in your party, as long as they all have a functioning brain cell and don't stand in front of the target, it's completely safe.
Now, it's completely.
If
all it takes is for
have,
me to have my wife go along with me for me to say this isn't safe.
Look,
I'm not going to go pull my axe out of the target while she's like, "How do you do it?
Do you have your own axe?"
She's not going to pick up an axe.
So you're the kind of guy that shows up with his own axe.
Right.
Oh no, I'm not throwing those. I'm not throwing those rental axes.
This is one of the guys that shows up with his own backpack full of axes.
Well, the guys at the bowling alley that show up, but they got the glove and they got the talc and they got the shoes and they got 3 fucking balls. And
there's axe throwers that are like that.
There's axe throwers. Yeah, absolutely, I guarantee there are.
I've got my 8 ounce and my 9 ounce and my 10 ounce.
You know what I say to that?
Depends on the barometric pressure.
That's fucked.
Right.
Well, if you have like
Oh,
3 axes in a sleeve somewhere and shoes and talc and everything, maybe you should fucking think about what you've done in your life to this point.
So
You open up some dude's trunk and he's like, "What the fuck is that?" Those are my axe throwing shoes.
I'm throwing axes tonight. I'm in a league.
My buddy who went axe
You're
throwing
a fucking asshole
tonight.
You're an asshole.
We watched a video today.
Oh well, because it all translates.
Axe throwing, because we were like, "What is this all about?" And the guy showing and demoing it or whatever is like, "The most important thing about it when you go axe throwing,
throw it at a human,
is to go get chalk." And he starts rubbing his hands on this like chalk thing or whatever, and his hands are all chalked up. That way, and it's like,
I'll say this right now. The worst part about going and throwing axes. You want to know the worst part about going and throwing axes?
Yeah.
No.
Telling your parents you're gay.
Wow.
That's a classic. That's the old rollerblading joke.
That's a rollerblade joke.
What's the hardest part about rollerblading? Having to tell your parents you're gay.
Yeah.
We love the LGBT community.
Oh, man,
sounds like it.
Yeah,
sounds
we
like
do, and we do.
Fine.
But I'll say this: to all you dick-kissing axe throwers,
fuck
you and fuck you, fucking fucks.
All you rollerblading axe throwers.
Boy, that's
we
a
love you guys.
level of difficulty, I think. I think that might be the next Olympic sport.
No, it's not.
No, you got what is it?
Yeah.
The biathlon when they got to shoot and they got to ski and all that
skis.
shit.
Yep.
So that's it. I mean, you got to rollerblade and you got to throw an axe.
And put on flannel correctly. Right. You fucking lumberjack. You fucking lumberjack.
Now, come on. You can be a Olympic shooter, skier.
You can be whatever you want to.
You
You know what? You can be whatever you want to be, but I am totally telling you 2 things right now. Fuck lumberjacks and whiteface.
Whiteface. That's
wow,
true.
let's go with harkening back
Whiteface is harsh.
to episode 1 of this evening.
I love whiteface. I get to say it.
Right.
I get to say that's a fucking term I get to say. I don't care what anybody says. I get to say whiteface.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
I can say it all day long.
Jussie Smollett is bringing the world together.
No, he's not.
Sure, he is.
You know what You know what he did? You know what Jussie Smollett did to himself?
He brought
did
the country together.
No, he didn't. He ruined his acting career.
Well, sure.
He'll never earn another dime in this world.
Yes.
And he pretty much isn't even going to get laid because the gay people don't like him.
He's never going to get laid.
But
I'd fuck him.
Here's the truth of things is that liberals, gays, blacks, liberals don't like him. Republicans definitely don't like him. Libertarians don't like him. Fucking Nazis don't like him.
Lumberjacks don't like him.
Axe throwers. Nobody
likes him.
Nobody that can see past
Thank you
bullshit.
for pointing out, by the way, that the Nazis don't like the gay black man.
Yeah,
as if that wasn't obvious.
They also don't like axe throwers. Apparently, I don't know what I'm saying.
Huge axe throwers.
But so look, that's the one unifying topic of today's news.
We all hate Jussie Smollett.
Everybody, universally, doesn't matter what your political stripes are. You don't fucking like him if you have a functioning brain cell that tells you that motherfucker's lying. And his lawyer is as crooked as the day is long.
But
he's the new OJ.
But this is MAGA country.
Yeah.
That's
irrelevant at this point.
It is. Even to his story, it's irrelevant.
At 3 a.m. during the polar vortex.
It's 4 degrees below zero.
During the polar vortex.
Yeah, it was.
A couple thugs were out, looking
in a district that voted
99%
Democrat.
Right. This
all right,
is
let's
MAGA country.
This up,
all right.
I gotta go eat a sandwich.
Joe is hungry, and goddamn, doesn't the chicken bacon ranch sound good?
I'm gonna destroy
that
this motherfucker like a prom night.
You know what? I need someone. I'm hiring. I need someone just at like what time is it? 1:36 on.
Make you nachos.
Yep.
Christ, is it
exactly. I need a nacho manufacturer.
Good.
Yes.
You know what? Look, we're gonna wrap this up, but you know what we did yesterday for opening day? So I took off work early.
Yeah.
Came home to watch the Cardinals on opening day.
But I'm not going to watch you guys make nachos here.
We had nachos and hot dogs and all the toppings.
Your wife, she embraces the
it was
day.
my idea. Don't give her credit.
Who made the fucking nachos?
It was a group effort.
Who made the nachos?
I don't know.
I'll tell
Who
you
made
what,
the
though,
hot dogs?
She made the
CA,
nachos.
does the same shit. We do that shit too.
But see, well, that's another day, another
But
topic
we'll
for
do
another
it.
day.
We'll do it like for it's baseball night at the house.
Right.
So your wife, she makes like pie day, right?
Right.
So,
She's super cool about celebrating all that
right.
stuff.
So, but every day's a fucking day, right? So tomorrow's like hug your dog day or whatever. The next
Coming over and hugging Millie.
Yeah, she's a very huggable dog. But the next day is wash your balls day, and the next day after that,
I'm gonna wash Millie's balls.
They're good luck because they're difficult.
I can't find them.
Difficult to find. You got to watch Archie's balls, but every day's a fucking day,
right?
So if every day
pizza
is
day,
a day,
bacon day,
then no day is a day,
right? But
Wow.
On that note,
Wow.
that might get edited out of this video. In case something happens with this video and you're only hearing the audio, we apologize.
So the only way to
But if it ends
ensure
up
that
getting
won't
posted-
get edited out of this video is what Jared just said is
Damn
What
it.
you just said is
Damn it, Ryan, trying to clean it up here.
no. Look, but it goes back to, I don't know if it was this episode or the last episode. I don't fucking know anymore. But if every day is a special day, then no day is special.
Right.
If everything outrages you, then nothing really outrages you. Then that's just your normal operating procedure.
that's just it.
So
And-
the moral of the story is don't let anything outrage you until that one thing outrages
Yeah,
you.
be selective. If you're gonna get fucking pissed about something, make it worth your while. Because if you're gonna go on the internet or you stand on your soapbox and preach to the world about what's bothering you, well, if the next day you're bitching about something completely different that bothers you, then everybody's gonna look at you and be like, "Well, fuck you just hate everything. Fuck you."
If your anger cannot change the outcome of what you're upset about, then
why waste your energy?
waste your breath?
Right. Exactly.
It's
Because
so much
Twitter.
easier just to deal with
Yeah.
deal with your own life. Deal with
Right.
Yeah.
deal with your own household. Deal with just being you. You know what?
Yeah.
Go home, love your wife, love your children,
Love your chicken bacon ranch sandwich.
love your chicken bacon ranch
And
sandwich.
listen to this podcast.
Listen
right.
to this
And watch
just,
it on
and
YouTube.
Don't be so upset about the things. It doesn't Jesse Smollett. I get it. Be upset, fine, but just, there's no reason to get so upset that you got to tell people that you don't know that don't care about it.
Yeah.
We talked earlier. If I like a fucking Chick-fil-A sandwich, then I'm just gonna like a Chick-fil-A sandwich
and not worry about the politics behind a fucking
Don't
sandwich.
even worry about it.
But you know
And
what I
if
really
someone
like?
is upset about it,
Is
don't
a spicy Chick-fil-A
don't
sandwich.
feed
Tasty.
into the fact that they're upset about it, because that's the fuel that keeps it going.
Yeah.
I feel
If
like
you don't give it to it,
I feel like the gay community would kind of embrace the spicy chicken sandwich.
Wow.
Like, they can bash Chick-fil-A,
well,
but if you get the spicy
I don't know
Chick-fil-A,
how
it's like,
spicy
hey,
it has to be
I think it has to be
for them to
Nashville
get past
hot
the fact.
for them to really dig it.
I don't
But,
think
you know,
I don't know how spicy it's going to have to be for them to get past the fact
really spicy.
that they're just fucking hated by
yeah.
But that the CEO of the company wants them
despises them.
not
Right,
enjoy
yeah.
their
I
life.
don't
Yeah.
know.
I could see that.
It would have to be a pretty goddamn spicy
I could be
piece of
wrong
chicken.
on the spicy Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap this up.
So here, we're gonna give the standard operating procedure here.
Yeah.
Check us out on all social media at Love This Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Let us know via email that we need to slow down on the drinking on Friday nights.
Maybe one
maybe
fireball
so.
is
Yeah.
good enough.
And let us
So
know that on
drunk.
Gmail. Loadthispodcast@gmail.com. And if you're watching this and you can see my face, that means you already found us on YouTube. But if you haven't, check us out. Get a load of this podcast on YouTube. And if you're on YouTube and you're
Also-
watching this, click the fucking subscribe button
I'm
right there.
I'm leaning.
But I'm going to give a
hard.
shout out because I've talked about it a couple times to the guys here, and I may have said it on the air. I'm not sure. At Super 70 Sports.
Oh, yeah, right.
This fucking guy is one of the most clever gentlemen
Yeah.
on Twitter. And I don't even know how many followers he's got. He's got
Do I get to give a shout out?
he's got 245,000 followers.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even use hashtags and nothing like that.
No.
It's just his shit is that good. He doesn't
Yep.
have to fucking try. Here's the thing. He's a professor at some college that nobody's ever heard of. That's his day job, and he still has it. And he just does this on the side because he likes it. And he's funny as hell. And he should be doing stand-up somewhere because he's fucking clever.
I was laughing out loud at some of his shit the other day. And I don't even think it was on our Twitter feed. It was on my own one.
Yeah.
Now, what's the name of it again? So our listeners can follow?
Super 70s Sports. So at Super 70 Sports.
It's really funny. You guys should follow him. Or at least check it out.
Yeah. If you know, whether you like sports or not, it's not all about sports. It's about, you know, the post that I got a kick out of was 1975 Ford station wagon advertisement, but it was hilarious because if you're of our age, you can relate to it and you'll appreciate the humor and not just his post, but the responses. Anyway,
so Joe's falling asleep and he has to pee. So the Cardinals won today. So as usual, fuck the Cubs. Until next time, I'm Jared.
I'm Ryan.
It's Joe.
And get a load of this.
They dropped.
So, yeah, the Predators, Sharks, Jets, and Flames are above them. 4 points. The Predators are the closest. So, it doesn't matter. We've talked about hockey before. Chipping a chair, right? You just need you just need to be in the fucking... And then you get hot. You get hot at the right time. Play good defense, have a good goalie, and you can win a Stanley Cup. Doesn't matter how shitty your fucking season was.
This year, they've got the goalie, man.
Yeah. They got two of them.
Well, yeah.
I mean, depending on the moment. You know, hockey's so. I've never fucking played hockey, but
I was going to ask you guys a question, and I meant to ask it off the air.
Yes,
but we're on the air and we're recording video, so fuck it. It's unrelated to anything we were just discussing. I need to buy a set of 4 tires.
Yeah.
For my Honda Civic Si.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, it has stock Michelin something expensive $160 tires. What do you guys do when you need a set of tires? Do you go get the factory OEM, whatever? Do you get the cheapest Chinese shit? What do you do?
I did that with...
I don't buy Chinese shit.
Okay.
I did that with CA's car.
Mm-hmm.
I got her Michelins again because she got really good miles out of them.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want really good miles again out of yours, get Michelin.
Well,
if you want just to buy a cheap tire, you need to look at Hankook.
Okay.
Or you need to look at I've lost the second name. And I had it in my head.
There's like Dunlop, and then they have like their own. There's like an off-brand, like General or something.
General's all right. General's fine.
Here's the thing, they're like buying refrigerators. They're all made in the same fucking plant, or made the same way at least. I mean, how different can the rubber be? But
no, totally, it's totally different because
I thought it was all about belting and all about the inner construction of the tire.
Goodyear tires, which General is Goodyear. Goodyear tires, in my experience, and I have them on my truck, are soft, so the rubber goes away sooner.
Right.
Michelin.
But soft should mean stickier, like they're gripping a little
soft
better.
Means 60,000 miles, and hard means 90,000 miles.
Well, shit, my car's got like 58,000 miles now, and they're fucking bald. Like those tires are gone.
And what are on it now?
Michelin somethings.
Really?
So you don't have a truck. Not that you get good gas mileage. Can't talk. Good gas mileage to begin with. But my truck with the factory tires, I was getting averaging like 18, 19. I got not a bigger tire, but just a more aggressive tread pattern. And my gas mileage is 17.
Okay.
Well, because you get to growl.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's a little bit more growl.
Were yours Goodyear?
I don't know what it was. I think they were originally Goodyears.
Yeah, I think they were.
But so if I was to do it again, as much as I like the more aggressive tread and the way the tire looks, I'd probably go with the gas miles because I'm a cheap bastard. So and the other tires, the factory tires, they look fine. It's just me being weird.
I'll say this: I am a fan of Michelin. I really think that's a really good tire.
They're pricey, or at least the ones that are on my car. They're kind of low profile and all that, but I'm inclined to, because I don't care about the look.
How much for a set?
Well, I mean, they're about $160 a tire, so that's $640.
Yeah. Well,
mounted, whatever.
You don't have a truck.
Yeah.
Because CA's it was $900.
Well, my father-in-law, who has a 280Z with 14-inch rims, which is a small rim nowadays and relatively uncommon, but a small tire.
Right.
He looked some up the other day. It was like $35 a tire, and I'm like, fuck, I wish it was that cheap.
Well, shit, you replace them once a year and not give a fuck.
Yeah, that's what he said. He's like, and that was like an off-brand. He's like, what do I care? Even a year later,
I
if
did that with the
them,
Cutlass. I bought an off-brand 18-inch rim.
Is that what's on it now?
Yeah, they're just. I paid less than $300 for the whole set.
So I bought wheels and tires from a joint in California and shipped free, and I bought, what are they, 17s, Joe? I think they're 17s, and I bought Michelin tires and a solid, billet wheel.
A beautiful wheel.
It's a very good look
on the Le Mans.
On the Le Mans, and it was a little over $1,000,
right,
for the wheels and tires, mounted, balanced, shipped, delivered. Done.
It seems like a good deal.
It's a really good deal, and so I don't know if you could get the same deal if you're just buying the rubber.
Well, you go to Tire Rack. Go to Tire Rack.
Yeah, go to Tire Rack or go to Auto Tire and just shop.
I've done Tire Rack once, but then you got to find a shop that will accept them, shipped, and then put them on.
I think. Shelby.
I think it's like $20 a wheel. They'll mount them and balance them and stems and everything. Done. And you just, I've taken TJ's car. I took he got new tires. I think all 4, and I bought them online, and I just took them up there. I said, here. I followed the boy up there. I said, here's the rubber. There's the car.
Yeah,
make it happen. And it was so I paid. I don't know what I paid for the tires, but I think I paid $20 a wheel to have them mounted and balanced. Maybe even cheaper.
And that's where the shop makes their money. They're like, fuck it. It
doesn't take them much time. They got all the equipment to do it. They can knock them out in minutes.
A buddy of mine just this week actually bought some tires off Tire Rack and went to a shop. I can't remember the name. It was over in St. Louis. And
are we on a?
We have not.
We got to get going. We're 6 minutes in, but I'll finish this up quick.
Okay,
we got our fireball.
All right.
So he called the shop and they said it was going to be $25 a tire.
I'm fucking drunk.
To mount them and all that stuff. So he takes it there and he's got his car at the place and they say, oh, it's going to be $50 a tire. And he's like, wait, you just told me it's going to be 25. Kind of bitches a little bit. And the guy's like, oh yeah, yeah, we can do it for 25. He's like, what the fuck? I mean, thanks for doing it for 25, but why are you trying to screw me for 50? And it's basically they just make up the price on the spot.
Right.
If they think they can get a little bit more out of you, they're going to charge you more.
So the other thing I noticed,
whatever,
when I bought tires for my truck is that I shopped everywhere. I mean, I just went online and I looked at every place I could. I found the tire that I liked, and then I shopped for that tire on every site that I could find. And then I called around to Dobbs and all these other places, and the best deal was the dealership. The exact same tire, and it wasn't necessarily a dramatic difference in price, but the follow up. So when I buy it from the dealership, every time because I always take my car there for oil changes because I get a deal on oil changes, I get a free tire rotation. If something's out of balance, if I feel some wobble, they're gonna rebalance them. They take care of me. So the difference in price from the lowest price on that tire to what I paid at the dealership was maybe a couple bucks per tire. But the follow up,
service
care that I'm going to get was better. Right. So now I got other problems with the dealership, but they've done me pretty right on my truck. I think they take care of. Well, I've bought 2 trucks from them too, so they treat me right. They got notes. You
are the exact customer they were looking for. A truck buyer who comes back.
Yeah. Well, and why wouldn't I? If they keep treating me right, I'm gonna go buy another Ram from them.
Right.
Most likely. But I tell you what, man, the new Chevys and GMCs, they're a good looking truck. I really like the fucking Toyotas. The new Toyota full size. What is it? Is that a Tundra? Or is that a? We're gonna have to wake his ass up in a second.
Yeah,
we gotta get going here. We're gonna talk about.
Let's kick this off.
All right. Ready?
We have no idea what we're talking about.